Hello, Princess. Back at EPCOT, second straight day to enjoy dinner again at the Festival of the Arts. I decided to come back because last couple of seasons I've missed a number of dishes that I wanted to try because I wasn't here long enough. But this year I decided to get them over with. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but I wanted to use the time I have to try the things I want to try. So I'm gonna head out. I have 3 things in mind already. Probably get a 4th because I did not have lunch and the birds apparently are very hungry too. I've already started with my delicious, refreshing water here and noticing there's 2 of those very large obstructive barges in the lake now, but we'll see what happens when the show starts. I'm heading over to try a blue corn papusa first. Looks fantastic. So this is just going to be, I think, food. Yeah, that's it. We're just going to talk about food. No lessons. Well, maybe 1 or 2. I mean, it's me, and, well, it's a lot to learn. But let's eat first. This is the blue corn papusa with everything you see right there. I forgot my little guidebook, so I can't read it, but it's very well presented, and I've always liked papusas ever since we enjoyed them for dinner watching Star Trek many years ago in college, I think, not high school, maybe both. So yeah, shout out. We got to do that again. The blue corn pupusa, spectacular. Really great. I was expecting a 7, a solid 8. It is a bit spicy, so be aware of that, and it's kind of the whole mouth burning spicy. It's not very intense. Well, at least for me, it's not very intense, but I do know that a lot of, especially American palates, might find it a lot, but it was absolutely fantastic. A terrific blend of flavors and textures. Would definitely get it again after I finish the round of all the other treats I want to try. So I'm going to now look at the menu, pick a 3rd dinner item, and add that to the rotation. I know what I'm having next, and I know what I'm having for dessert, but I did skip lunch, so I kind of deserve it, right? I mean, that means I was good. No, I'm not even trying to convince myself of that. I just want to try the good food. Oh, and by the way, I'm back in Morocco. Found another fantastic place to sit. A lot of great places to sit in this pavilion. Too bad it's, well, not too bad it's where it is. It is where it is. Too bad everything isn't close, because it would be a hike from some other places. Fortunately, the papusas are right there. Heading out of Morocco, back to Canada for apparently a salmon cake. Yum. This is the salmon and creme gâteau, basically a salmon and cream cheese cake, I imagine. It is served standing up, but the trip over here was a bit too rambunctious for it, and it is now lying on its side. It's a bit smaller than I expected, but now that I see it, it kind of makes sense. But it sounds like a great creation. I'm quite sure I'm going to enjoy it. The salmon and creme gâteau, very delicious. Expected a 7, got a solid 7. A very sophisticated breakfast staple is pretty much what it was. Prepared very well, presented very cutely. Initially, I kind of toppled it over, but that's fine. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. A note about this one, it is very dense and heavy, so don't let its small size fool you. Because of the salmon and the cream cheese, it is kind of filling, so it satiated me more than I expected. So I did really enjoy that. Now, I have decided on my 3rd treat for the evening, and it's that way, I think. I might have to wander around a bit since I don't have my book. And something I've had before, but I am going to compare it to another version I've had, also a Disney version. We'll see how that goes. Ooh, a little bit of competition here. But before I leave Canada, I want to mention, I totally forgot, I actually came up with a food scale for these kinds of events, and I didn't use it. So I'm just going to do the out of 10 for this video, and then next time, if I remember, last time I didn't even gauge it, so I don't know, my bad, it's all on me, totally my fault, and I accept responsibility for that. I do, not using my own scale. Next time, I will. It's different. Maybe I'll do a little rundown first. I don't know, we'll see. But, duh. Glad to see that crowds are pretty normal, I think, for a festival Friday in January. The walkways are not really crowded, but there's enough people for it to feel normal. Well, I messed that one up. The booth I'm headed to is in World Showplace, not here. Oh well. This is a Remy's Ratatouille, and while slightly unsophisticated, and I have had it before, not here, I have had Ratatouille before, I decided to get it for a specific reason. So let's give it a try, and I'll tell you all about it. Remy's Ratatouille. Okay, well, I finished it, and that's it. Expected a 5, got a 5, so it really is. Alright, so here's the deal. The reason I got this over all of the other more interesting dishes is because I wanted to compare it to the Ratatouille I got at Chef Remy's at Disneyland Paris, because I didn't like that. I didn't like it. Now, this is better. I did like this better. I can say that for sure. But I am still disappointed, and that's because my expectation of Ratatouille is a little bit different. I've had it enough times to now know that I'm guessing this is the correct way, because at least it's consistent. What I'm expecting is for the zucchini and the squash, and I think there might be another one that occasionally appears, to be cooked down to a mush, right? To the consistency of an eggplant. But it's always a little bit, not really crispy, but it's firm and crunchy-ish, I guess. And I don't know, it kind of puts me off. I don't like it. I really want to try Ratatouille cooked down to where it's just kind of mush. I actually think I would enjoy that a lot better. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to experience that. Probably not going to ever try to make it myself. It's not hard to make, it's just you gotta slice it up. It's a lot of work to just prove myself right when, you know what, I can just declare myself right. You know? I mean, I know myself well enough to say that. But, okay, I mean, yeah, it was what it was. And it's now time for dessert. So I'm gonna head out of here and that way for some cake. Dessert brings us an opera cake. And, yep, that's what it is right there. It's very windy, so I think this one's gonna have to go down pretty quickly. It might even rain. It's been sprinkling for a little bit, but hopefully it stays dry. I couldn't stay where I was. It was getting too windy and things were blowing away. I managed to finish my cake, but I almost lost the plate several times. Here I am in a restaurant, Akershus. They're using it as a break room from the nonsense that's going on. But wow, was the opera cake delicious. Expected a 7, and you know, I think I got a 9. The cake was dense, which I like. The frosting was dense, which I like. Very chocolatey. A mix of different textures. It was just really good. A nice hearty dessert, which is kind of what I like. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll say it wasn't what I expected, but it was what I should have expected, and I should have known better. So definitely something worth getting. Might get it again, but not this trip, because I have had a full meal, including dessert. So now it is time to head to Spaceship Earth, complete the rides, and then that's it for me. But before I go, you know what? I decided to change my approach to these food festivals. I did a lot of back and forth, which is fine, you know, trying to pick individual things, but I think a better approach would be just pick a booth and have all of it at one time. Each of the booths have like 3 primary things, 2 savories, and a dessert, plus a number of drinks. So that's it, 4 items. You know, it's about $25 for all of that, and that's what you pay for dinner anywhere else. But you know, you get 4 like interesting things, and you don't have to worry about, you know, running around back and forth and picking this, picking that, and probably end up trying some things that I maybe would not have had I not kind of, you know, put myself in a position where that was the right thing to do. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do that next time, and not tomorrow, but when I'm back. We'll pick a booth and we will try everything. Something safe, like Mexico? I don't know. We'll see, but I think that's gonna be a lot easier decision making on my part, which is gonna make me feel better. These food festivals can be very stressful. Just got off an always fun ride on Spaceship Earth into this, a cold mist, but it does look spectacular against the new monoliths. Oh boy, you saw what I had to walk through. It was really pretty in the light, but I'm now cold and wet after a great evening at EPCOT. Had 3 delicious plates for dinner and that really delicious cake for dessert. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I got my ride on Spaceship Earth to complete the round from yesterday. I can't believe I missed that. So I know I said no lessons today, but I did learn something, and that is I will probably never find a Ratatouille I like. But that is why I am thankful for my problems.